Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Addie. I have 3 little girls and today I thought we would share with you different ways to use Play-Doh. First off, I kind of hate Play-Doh because the kids get into it, the little pieces dry up, they get everywhere. It's just a messy item, but I love it because my kids love it and it keeps them entertained for a while, and there are so many different ways that you might not think of that you can use Play-Doh. So first, this is where I keep my Play-Doh. I have it in a bin. I like these big ones because it can fit everything. So I just have everything thrown in here. And this is on the 3rd shelf of our big bookcase. So it is high enough that my 4-year-old can reach it, who is clean and doesn't like throw the Play-Doh everywhere, but it is high enough that my 22-month-old, my almost 2-year-old, cannot reach it. So it's out of her reach, who makes a mess with it. So I would just recommend, putting it out of reach for someone who's a little too young, but maybe in reach for someone who is a little bit older and can use it responsibly. So that is where I like to keep it. But all right, now we will show you a couple ways we like to use it. So the first way we are using it today is just to stick things in our Play-Doh. So you can see here, I have just a couple items that stick. I have golf tees, twigs from outside, pipe cleaners, popsicle sticks, and sequins. So they are just doing whatever they want with these objects. And then I'll note too that this little tray is from the Dollar Tree. So it's $1 and I like it just to separate the different things. And you can put all of these items out at the same time, or you can just put popsicle sticks out with your Play-Doh and let them just play with one at a time. So it just depends on how you might want to run the activities. Today I'm doing them all at a time just so that I can show you guys, the different objects. But a lot of times I'll just put out one at a time to kind of keep their imagination running. So as we've been playing, this is what they have kind of come up with. And they're just working away. So next up is to pattern the Play-Doh. Here I have her pressing dino footprints into her Play-Doh. And here she has a fork and is making patterns with her fork. Other items you could also use is just really anything around the house. We've got a shell here, stamps, a little animal. You can really use a lot of different kinds of things, rocks, whatever you can find around your house. So then after they are finished making their patterns, then they can just roll it into a ball, flatten it back out, and keep doing it. Or you could get them new Play-Doh and let them set this one aside to keep their patterns, but whatever keeps them occupied. The next way to use Play-Doh is to hide things in it. Right now I have put a couple of little objects from around the house in it for them to find. This does require a little bit of planning ahead of time to hide the objects in there. But if you have a couple minutes, it goes really quick just to hide a couple things, and it's really fun for them to pull the objects out. Would you find a banana? Banana, so cool. After they have undone all of the objects, then they can just play with the objects and the Play-Doh and make up little scenarios or whatever it is. But this is a really fun way for them to at least start playing with the Play-Doh in a new way. The next way to use Play-Doh is to get a little figurine and use the Play-Doh as something for pretend. So right now she has a pony and she has made little balls with the red and is feeding her pony apples. Juliana over here wanted her dino again, and she made a swimming pool and some mud, and the dino was eating, drinking water, and stomping in the mud and going swimming. So just using a little prop to play pretend. Yeah, he's stomping. Oh, wow. Another way to use Play-Doh is to cut it. So here she has just rolled some out, grabbed a pair of scissors, and she's cutting it into pieces. You can also use like a little knife and slice it with a knife rather than scissors if they're not quite old enough, or if they just want something a little different. So she's using her little knife to cut hers into pieces, but just cutting it is another way to use Play-Doh. The next way is to play bakery. So here I've gotten them cookie cutters, rolling pins. I got a couple of cupcake liners just for fun, and then let them kind of roll things out. Isabel made a gingerbread man and she is decorating him now, and she's got a little cupcake cooking there. Juliana is decorating hers here. And then you can also make pizzas or something. You know, it doesn't have to be cookies in your bakery. It can be something else. But this is just another way to play. The next thing we like to do is build towers. We can either do the same color tower, like that is all blue, and then you squish it together, right? She can take off individual pieces and squish individual pieces, or she could just squash the whole tower, which is like what they like to do too. Then you can also do different colors. Over time, the girls like, you know, mix Play-Doh as that happens. And so I save those, set them aside so that when we build towers to squish together, we can make a new color with Play-Doh that has already been a little bit mixed. Go ahead and squash it if you want, honey. And just making a new color out of Play-Doh is often also something they really like to do. So here she's gonna spend a lot of time getting that Play-Doh to mix all together to form a new color. Meanwhile, Juliana is happy taking her tower apart. It made a swirl?
Yeah.
So cool. She's just happy to take apart her tower and put it back together again. The next way to use them is to use Play-Doh with task cards. These are a free printable from My Happy Place. I'll link it in the description below, but it just has a few different things they can do with the Play-Doh. So it just gives them a little prompt and they will just pick whichever one they want and build from that. This makes it a little bit more independent for them to play with. And if they can't read, that's okay, because it has the picture on it as well. So this time Isabel is gonna make a pizza and Juliana's gonna make a snowman.
What's the snowman?
So here's Juliana's snowman. Doesn't look too much like it, but she's not even 2, so that is okay. That is her snowman. And here's Issa's pizza. Next up is to use learning mats. So these come in numbers, letters, shapes. You can find them online. I will put a link in the description below. These are numbers, and this one is supposed to be putting balls in the number hole, and then they can count them. Let's do a simple one. Let's just do 2, okay? 1, 2. Good job. 3. That one's not 3. That was just 2. So then one final way to play with Play-Doh that you probably know about is to get, you know, the little Play-Doh set things. And we have some kitchen ones. We have we have a couple of them, but I'll share the one that my kids have liked the most, and it's not all the way put together yet, but it's this one, and it is a cookie bakery set. I will link it in the description below. It's the one that keeps my kids entertained at least for an hour. They love this set. They've also really been eyeing the dentist one, and I'll probably get it for them for Christmas this year, but I'm not sure actually how long that'll keep them entertained. It's less open-ended than this cookie shop one. I will link it. This one has been awesome for us. All right, so that is a couple of ways that we use good old Play-Doh. I hope these give you some ideas to change up your routine a little bit. If you like this kind of content, my channel is all about mom life, lifestyle, and what I'm doing for my kids. I try to provide, you know, tips on activities and just homeschool stuff and ways to interact with your children a little bit, you know, more easily or in a new way that you haven't before. So hopefully you got some good ideas from this Play-Doh, and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.